Hi, this is my video journal for week 3. So I'm going to recap back on my practicum, which was last Saturday, January 21st. And I met my client, and she was very receptive to me. And I talked to her. We had a really good conversation going. I talked to her, and she has long term memory, but short term memory is starting to fade. She kept asking the same questions over and over about when we informed her, me and my advisor, when we informed her about the Saturday sessions and how they were going to go. Then she kept asking what time, and we just repeated the time like it was the first time she ever asked the question, even though she asked it quite a few times. But that's to be expected with mild dementia and short-term memory loss. So, um, so as far as the practicum, the actual practicum on Saturday, it was enjoyable for me, and I believe it was enjoyable for the client too. I was able to keep her engaged, and we had instruments to use, and she had a shaker. So, and I had bells. So, there were musicians there that perform, professional musicians. They perform the music, and then we interact with with our client. So, and to keep them engaged in the music, in the musical experience. Then afterwards, there was like a half hour session where we it was a small group of all of the residents. So the residents were broken into small groups, and so my client was in one small group, and I went with that group, and we discussed the songs. We discussed the experiences that they had while they were, doing the other songs, even if they remembered or even if they did not remember. Then we just went on, and the my advisor actually led the session. So she was playing guitar, and another guy was in a session. One of the musicians was in a session who played piano. So we did some song singing in that group as well, and then questions were asked about how they felt about the songs. Did any songs bring back any memories, any important events for them? Not memories, but important events for them in their life. And there's one guy who sang, he wasn't my client, but in a small group, he sang 3 songs for us. He used to be a performer, and he really sang Latin songs. So it was really um, enlightening to see that he even remembered the words to the songs. He had that bright spot where he remembered all the words to the songs, and then he wanted to sing another song, but he sang the same song because he didn't remember that he sang the other song. But there was no judgment. We just let him sing the song again, as we should, and then there were reflections, and everyone reflected, including my client. I thought it was a very great experience, and I look forward to practicum every Saturday. My musical, as far as how I felt about the practicum, I thought that I did what was expected to do, engaging with my client, even though it wasn't one on one, it was with a group, but kind of was with the client at the same time. So I don't know how to. I believe it's group singing and socialization as opposed to individual. So that's what I will put on my sheet. As far as my experiences for this week, musically, I teach music in a high school, and I'm trying to prepare seniors, juniors, and seniors, because that's all who's allowed to take music, how to perform and play instruments that they could not play at the beginning of the school year. So it's going very well, and they're prepared for their finals. It was very hectic earlier this week, but now, I can feel a little bit more relaxed because they really have the songs together. Some people are singing along with it, and then they're providing other parts to the songs. And so um, that kind of alleviates a lot of stress. But then I got a phone call from my church saying that they want me to be in charge of another choir, and I'm kind of hesitant because of the time that it's going to take, and I already have a busy schedule as it stands, and I want to have some time to myself. So I don't know how to really handle that situation. So, I don't know. Any advice that could be given as far as that is concerned would be great because I'm torn between actually following, directives that are given to me as a hired musician, even though I'm not hired to play for another choir, but, or what do I do about my free time? I need that time to wind down and relax, and I have certain days that I want to do that. I only have 2 days, and none of them are full days, so I don't know. If you have any suggestions or things that I should consider, then let me know. Other than that, then hopefully I'll talk about that, just to keep you updated about my time and stress levels, of course, because I want to be relaxed, and I want to be relaxed when I actually engage my clients as well. Well, that's all for this week. Talk to you again next week.